It is over, ladies and gentlemen. The most obviously sane choice for Republican nominee, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, has ended his campaign and caught on a hot microphone moments before going out on stage to announce this, trashing his rivals, including Nikki Haley. As the New York Times reports, Christie's exit is jolted as Hot Mike picks up his unvarnished view of rivals. Let's go to that audio first and foremost. This is former Governor Chris Christie, never polled over 3.5 in Windham, New Hampshire, moments before announcing he is suspending his. They never end the campaign. You suspend it. I guess it's so you can keep raising money and pay off some of your campaign debt if you have it. Saying Nikki Haley is going to get smoked. Ron DeSantis is scared. Take a listen.
People don't want to hear it, Wayne. They don't want to hear it. We know we're right, but they don't want to hear it.
Right.
And there's, we couldn't have been any clearer.
Right.
We couldn't have been any more direct or worked any harder. So,
and let's not forget she spent $68 million.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent like
Well, when you give land to China and places like that.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, she spent $68 million so far, just on TV.
The she he's referring to here is Nikki Haley.
$68 million so far, $59 million by DeSantis, and we spent 12. I mean, who's punching above their weight and who's getting a return on their investment, And she's going to get smoked, and you and I both know it. She's not up to this.
she hasn't even been
And she's still 20 points behind Trump in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And he's still going to carry Iowa, right?
Yes, always. I talked to DeSantis called me, petrified that I would.
He's probably getting out after Iowa.
Well,
And that was an interesting little note there. He's probably getting out after Iowa, referring to Ron DeSantis. So listen, the one and only truly sane and honest guy in the Republican slate, and Republicans didn't want him. We look at the polling. He got up to, let's see, he's exiting at 3.2. It doesn't really look like Christie ever polled more than 3.5. And here is his announcement telling the crowd, I can only assume the crowd was briefed in advance that this was going to be the end of Christie's campaign, because they have essentially no reaction to the announcement. Here is Christie announcing his time has come.
I've always said that there came a point in time in this race where I couldn't see a path to accomplishing that goal, that I would get out. And it's clear to me tonight,
Right.
that there isn't a path for me to win the nomination, which is why I'm suspending my campaign tonight for President of the United States.
Silence.
I know, and I can see it from some of the faces here, that I'm disappointing some people by doing this.
But at the end of the day, I never polled more than 3%.
People who believe in our message and believe in what we've been doing. I also know, though, it's the right thing for me to do.
And of course, it is true. I mean, listen, he took his obvious, sober, sane, anti-Trump message to the Republican electorate, and only 3% of them seemed to want it. And he was rejected by 97% of the Republican electorate, 63% of which wants more Trump. This reminds us how dangerous the MAGA party is to the rest of the country, to the world. And Chris Christie now exits. Voting starts in just a few days. This is where we are. We have to battle the Republican Party that exists rather than the one that we would prefer exists. And this is where we are. We'll take a quick break. We'll talk about the Hunter Biden fiasco after the break. We will see clips from the Trump town hall. And a very interesting guest will be joining us, by the way, Anthony Weiner. Looking forward to speaking to him.